Am I the asshole for wanting to sue my husband's sister for losing my $2,000 camera at the beach? My 26 female sister-in-law, 20 female, moved in with me and my husband weeks ago because of problems with her boyfriend. She isn't planning on going back till he apologizes, even though she broke his Xbox device in an argument. I'm a blogger. I have a small space in our apartment, sort of like my office, but very small, where I work for hours. Sister-in-law always enters the room and takes stuff and doesn't return them, resulting in me replacing them till I got a lock. She was going to the beach with some friends to let off some steam and asked if she could borrow my 2K video camera to record the trip, but I declined and explained that I was working on the weekend and would need it. I got done with my project and left my camera at the desk. When I woke up the next day at 9 a.m. and had a shower then breakfast, I entered my office and didn't find my camera. I freaked out, and my husband told me to calm down because his sister took it with her to the beach. He assured me it was in safe hands, but I kept worrying about it and was upset by the fact she took it and he gave her the key. She got back at 7 p.m. and was pissed, talking about getting in a fight with her boyfriend after seeing him with someone else at the beach, and it ruined her day. She started crying loudly and cussing him out. I asked for my camera back. She said she didn't have it. She left angry after the encounter and forgot her sunglasses, cream, hat, and my camera at the beach. Her friend, Aiden, picked some of the stuff and brought it back, but the camera apparently got stolen. I started yelling, calling her irresponsible and reckless, and this was a $2,000 camera she left behind. She started apologizing, then tried to blame it on her now ex-boyfriend for getting her into a fight with the girl he was with. I said I need the camera for my work, and she had to replace it, like yesterday. My husband got involved and said it wasn't her fault it got stolen and suggested I get a cheaper camera from Amazon for now, till I can afford to buy a new one. I said, what? Why should I buy a replacement when it was his sister who lost it? She took it without permission and was responsible for whatever happened afterwards. He tried to make excuses for her being an emotional mess. I said I have no problem suing her. He asked if I was serious, and I said yes, because I've worked hard to get this camera, and my work's always been known to be of high quality. So for him to suggest a cheap camera from Amazon was offensive. He said he was just trying to help fix the problem, but I said he was just helping his sister avoid responsibility.
Yep.
Both him and his sister aren't speaking to me anymore, so suddenly claiming they're giving me time to calm down when in fact they're cold shouldering me, making me feel guilty for saying that. I'm not sure if doing this will be morally the right thing since she's family, as my husband says. Am I the asshole?
Clearly no.
Sue her ass.
There's clearly an asshole, though. Wow. This one's maddening.
I was left in anger. I was seeing red.
But, and then you're all of a sudden blamed?
Oh, gaslit? Oh, just buy a cheap Amazon camera until you can replace the one that she lost.
I think it's simple. If you ask to use someone's stuff, whatever it is, or thing, and they say no, it's no. It doesn't mean, I'm going to then go like to your husband and we'll get the key and get in and it's all good. He doesn't own the camera. It's just, there's so many problems here. Oh my God, I don't know. She's not in the wrong.
No.
They're both in the wrong, and It's just so frustrating that they can't see it.
Yeah, and it sounds like the husband is enabling his sister quite a bit. I mean, the door was locked for a reason. She got a key on that room, her work, space, for a reason, because his sister kept stealing her shit, and she was replacing it with her own money. So it's like, don't give your sister then the key, which is up that he would go against her and violate her trust, his wife's trust. So I picked this one for the underlying issue of the sister is the asshole. She is not the asshole for wanting to sue her, but There's some underlying issues with the husband here.
100%.
Like, big issues.
Yeah. Well, and it just sucks now. Because, yeah, she should replace the camera.
100%.
She basically stole the camera.
He kind of stole it too, though, by letting his sister in there and giving her the key to get it and get in there.
Yes, they are collectively responsible. But then, okay, to then leave it at the beach because you're mad about some X thing, it's not even yours. Even if I asked, which I have in the past, asked to use someone's whatever, some item, I feel like I am Secret Service to that item. I am protecting that thing no matter what. I feel like when you borrow something, you almost treat it better than if you owned it.
Yeah.
And you had spent the money on it.
Absolutely.
So just to disregard and just, I don't know.
But again, the theme, couples counseling or call it quits. Sister sucks. Hands down, sister sucks.
Yes.
She needs to get a job and get the out of this house.
Yes.
But the husband is the one I'm really like,
well,
I got a nail to pick.
Yeah. Where my mind goes is, I don't know if this is a one-time issue. Mm-hmm. I feel like if this is the first time that it's like, something along the same lines of borrowing stuff out that she doesn't want borrowed out or anything similar, then there's just a discussion that needs to be had. But it feels like there kind of has been, and he's just kind of pushing it to the side, saying it's your problem. Go buy a camera on Amazon. So yes, that is a huge issue. If it had been a mistake of letting the sister borrow it and then it turned into this, then it's a matter of, I'm sorry, I A, shouldn't have let her do it. B, I'll replace the camera because it's like, I did that.
Yeah, it's on him at that point. If the sister's not going to replace it, that's on him. You're the one that did this.
If she's trying to save it, like if this is the relationship to where this is not the issue to bring it down, yes, go to counseling and figure this out if you two cannot figure that out.
Yeah. What do you think about the court thing? Like taking like them to court, the sister to court or whatever, if they're not willing to replace it. Like, do you see that being an issue?
My gut reaction is that it's just kind of threat's such a strong word, but it's more just like a thing you say to just prove how serious you are.
Oh, I'd do it.
Well, I know, but it is tricky to draw that line and officially turn it into like a lawsuit.
Yeah.
I mean, or is it a lawsuit?
I don't know. Well, I guess technically it would be a lawsuit. You're suing them, you're taking them to small claims court.
Right. You're taking this thing that could be just something figured out between you two because you're family and you're bringing it up to this next level.
But what if they say no? And what if they keep saying, you, go buy yourself a new camera, you big blogger?
Then they're not the right people to have in your life.
True, which that would be an answer. So the OP responds a lot throughout the comments, like super, super responsive.
We like that.
Yeah. Not the asshole. Make her or your husband replace your camera. He refused and said that I was being unreasonable to be expecting him to replace it after he took his sister's side. Not the asshole, but your sister and husband are. Your husband should never have given her the key against your wish or without confirming with you first. For the sister-in-law, she stole it from you, knowing you said no and didn't even take care of it. If your husband is so adamant about not making the sister pay for it, he should pay for it himself. $2,000 isn't a small sum, and the sister-in-law should stop feeling entitled to your stuff. And OP goes, no, he refused to take accountability for defending her and thinks I should replace the camera with a cheaper one of my own money. I asked why he thought this was fair, and he responded that what wasn't fair is calling his sister reckless when she didn't mean to lose it. Boo who?
Yeah, and almost, I think the worst part of the whole thing that I heard was that they're not talking to her so she can calm down.
They're stonewalling her.
That's the worst part.
That's abusive.
Suing and going to court's one thing. Yes, about the camera issue, but there's bigger issues here.
So someone goes, not the asshole. Does he always do this? Help her avoid responsibility? Because yikes. And OP goes, yes, he always sides with his sister and acts overprotective of her with everyone. Their mom does the same.
Well, people will be who they are. I mean, they're going to do what they're going to do, but this is just flat out wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take someone's side and protect them to a point, but how can you just not see that this is...
It's terrible. So that's why I'm like, I would, like, if this is a relationship where you truly want to salvage it, yeah, like, you definitely need to go to couples therapy. Your husband has some difficulty with boundaries with his sister. Clearly, it doesn't seem like it's normal. So yeah, I would say couples therapy. And like, if you can't get him to like come to terms with the fact that like he was wrong, his sister is a 20-year-old adult and should have been responsible, she's in the wrong. Like, this is just one problem. This is over a camera. But these issues are going to continue happening over other things. Like,
yeah.
What if it, and like, I just look at like, if it's something this small that's creating a big problem where he's getting like
Wait until the sister crashes their new car
or leaves the baby at the park for 2 hours. Yeah. Like, who knows? But the comments on this are great. Like, the thing I asked you about like the court and what you think about it was because OP like does make a comment. Thing is, my husband thinks it's always wrong to get the law involved in family matters. I admit that my family are the type to take things to court, which may not apply to every family, but I think she should be the one replacing it, not me.
Yeah.
I love like small claims court. Like, take her on Judge Judy. It's crazy. One super long comment that I kind of want to read just to see. So someone goes, not the asshole, sue or something to hold sister-in-law accountable, and then decide what, if anything, you want to do about the fact that you married a guy that doesn't respect you.
True.
Good luck with that. And so OP goes, yes, he did 2 things that I didn't appreciate. 1, giving her the key and letting her access my workspace and tools. And 2, expecting me to just get a cheaper camera till I'm able to buy a better one, or the one like his sister lost. When I explained how unfair this was, he said his sister's emotional health should be a priority. When I mentioned suing her, he got more upset and tried to get me to back down. He's now not talking to me except for basic 1 to 2 word sentences, and it's making me have second thoughts about wanting to sue. That is the point of what he's doing. It is emotional manipulation, and is his sister's, quote, emotional health should be a priority. What about her emotional health?
I just don't know how they can possibly think this is cool.
He's delusional. He's enmeshed with his sister. He's protecting his sister over his partner. That's not what you're supposed to do. This is your partner. You go to bat for your partner. Your sister's clearly wrong.
Right. It doesn't even feel like you're choosing one or the other. It feels like there's clear right and wrong on top of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
No updates on this one.
I'm stressed.
It was posted about a month ago. Oh, the rest aren't any better. They're kind of petty problems, but also they kind of like show where the cracks are in some people's relationships.
They're small problems, but incredibly maddening.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. She should start a GoFundMe. That sister-in-law.
Yeah, it's just, that sucks. That sucks.
I'd be pissed.
Let's start a little camera replacement fund.
I know. We should. If everyone donated like 10 cents, we could get her a new camera.
On the condition that key is not accessible to anybody anymore.
Change that lock ASAP.
Yeah.
Seriously, change it.
But that just sucks too. You feel that you need to hide shit in your own house from family?
Yeah. And then it's like, if they're not going to respect her and her space, 1, change the locks. 2, take them to court. 3, sister-in-law needs to get the out and get her own place. 4, couples counseling. Or maybe 1.5 couples counseling. Lock, couples counseling.
I mean, it's just revealing a lot.